In this footage of the Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle interview, Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, and Jack Black, there are opening questions like this one.
Maya L. from Gilbert Creek, West Virginia wants to know, is there a joke or an improv line that you loved in the movie that did not make it in the movie?
I think my favorite actually did make the movie. So does this count? I
What
want
was
to
it?
talk about it anyway. It's when you said, "Don't look at it," when Bethany was going to look in. That may be my favorite line.
That was your favorite line?
It was up
What about-
there.
I mean, that's a good
you
one,
had
but
so
what
many
about-
good ones.
No.
And what
so
about-
many. I mean,
Yeah, you
both
guys
of
had a
them.
lot of good ones, but none of them were her favorite. Her favorite came from Kevin Hart, which
What about
is
you?
This allows the interview to start a topic of conversation which the interviewees can lead down a path where they feel more comfortable with. This example shows single questions where a person talks to one person about one question that could lead to a follow-up question or a comeback from the interviewer, but the single question is not connected to any questions directly. This interview is light-hearted and entertainable, so it makes the interviewees feel more relaxed. This video is a promotional video for the film Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. This interview has a good summary and wind-up that introduces the cast, like this.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is myself, it is the amazing Jack Black, the amazing Kevin Hart, and the amazing and the beautiful Karen Gillan. Let me try that again.
you said it right.
No, we're
said
gonna
it
keep
right.
rolling.
Yes.
It's Kevin Gillan, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are here. We're gonna talk about our new movie Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and we're gonna answer a few of your questions that you sent in, and we're gonna do a little unscripted question.
All right, thank you all, Jack, Karen, Dwayne, and major thank you to Movie Phone, guys. Thank you for having us. Thank you guys for watching and
Thank you,
sending in
Movie
your
Phone.
questions. Go see our movie Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. It does not disappoint. This cast delivers on all fronts, and we also want to send a special shout out to Nick Jonas, who isn't with us right now, but did an amazing job as well. We miss you, buddy. Can't wait to get back with you in 5 minutes.
Big shout out to Chris Pratt, who's not in the movie, but, we like him.
Love
your
your
work.
work. Angela
Who else?
Bassett.
Yes.
Yes.
Who else?
Shout out to Angela Bassett.
Eddie Murphy.
There you go, Eddie. Don Cheadle. Yeah, just giving him a
Yes.
shout out.
Who else?
Marlon Brando.
There you go, Marlon.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
one of the
There
greats.
you go.
Amazing.
Harrison Ford.
That's the one.
Just for giving us.
Yes. Big Dick McLeod.
There you go. Oh,
Who's
no,
that?
listen. Don't know. Sensitive time. All right. See you later.
Sensitive times.
In this interview, there are a lot of key questions that relate to the cast members. For example,
Okay, this is from Cart T in Gulfport, Mississippi. Since you're all portraying high schoolers stuck in different bodies, was it fun being able to play against type?
Had a blast playing against type, playing this a teenager that was awkward, that was uncomfortable. When I was 13, 14 years old, I looked like I was 47. Yeah, I had an awful mustache already, had pimples, I was lanky, I was completely awkward. So anyway, it was fun for me.
this allows the person being interviewed to give a more detailed question to the question in hand. In this interview, they have a lot of good body language, so interviewed feels more comfortable with the questions, and they use their bodies to explain the answers. They also make eye contact with one another, so each person talking feels more comfortable with what they are saying. And the purpose of this interview is, like I said before, to promote the film and give an emotional, interesting interview with the cast members. The interview is online, as people would be searching up film information and film interviews on YouTube round about the time of the interview. In this footage of the police whistleblower phone meets Constantine on LBC, there is a lot of direct questions like this one.
Are the Met going to be reviewing the way that you deal with whistleblowers in the future so that people don't have to go what I've been through?
We're always prepared to do that. Each case, as you will know, sadly through your experience, is not straightforward.
The answers for a direct questions are usually very clear and concise, and doesn't sound overly complex. This interview of a police chief is combative, as you hear now.
Sadly,
when I did email you, sir, I did say set the discipline aside. Let's talk about the.
No, but that's what I'm afraid, James. That's what you wanted to do, but it's not what I can do. So therefore, if I just finish, and then by all means come back. So that was not possible for me to say.
You can hear that he is shutting down the caller as he needs to finish answering the question. In this interview, there's a lot of telephone skills, such as gathering information and obtaining comments and views from the caller. This interview is for news, as the topic in hand is to do with a topic that affects the police. This interview is about enhancement of the audience understanding of the situation with the police. In this interview from the documentary Bowling for Columbine, where Michael Moore interviews Charlton Hesburgh, there are a lot of close questions like this one.
Oh, in German history doesn't?
No.
In British history?
I don't think as much.
Oh, Germans don't have as much?
This is also an example of multiple questions. These questions usually end topics and add more deeper meaning to the bigger picture. The same example is also a suggestive question, as it tries to get a certain reaction out of the person who's answering the question. In the interview, Michael Moore tries building a rapport with Charlton Hesburgh as he shows him that he is a lifetime member of the NRA, showing him his card. This also builds up the confidence in Charlton Heston, so he feels more comfortable answering certain questions. Michael Moore is also showing active listening to Charlton Hesburgh when you see him move forward and look at him more deeply. This is also hard news, as it does focus on gun control laws that the interviewer would like to talk about. This interview also shows development questions such as this one.
History has a lot of blood on its hands.
Oh, in German history doesn't?
No.
In British history?
I don't think as much.
Oh,
development questions add a deeper meaning to what was previously said in the last answer, and expand if the interviewer doesn't feel like he got the answer that he felt like he wanted. This style of interview is justification, as both Michael Moore and Charlton Hesburgh try and justify their opinions and viewpoints. This interview was made for television, as it was in a 2000 DVD documentary. In this interview of same-sex marriage, they use sound bites as they go to the general public and ask about their opinions.